Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Welcome to AI Hub. I'm Larry.
I'm Amanda.
And you know me, I'm always digging into the latest and greatest when it comes to AI.
And I like to zoom out, look at the big picture, try to make sense of it all.
Yeah, and today we are diving deep into some studies and articles all about AI in healthcare.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wild ride. AI answering your medical questions, you know?
Better than your doctor.
Better than your doctor. AI listening in during your appointment. AI writing your medical records.
So we're going to look into this and try to answer the question, is AI in healthcare the future? Or is it a recipe for disaster?
Well, one study that really caught our attention was published in JAMA Internal Medicine. And in this study, they basically had ChatGPT going head-to-head with a group of doctors.
Like a medical Q&A showdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So they gave them both a set of real patient questions from an online forum.
And ChatGPT won.
Oh, yeah. 79% of the time, it gave better answers.
Wow.
And not only that, but people actually rated the AI as being more empathetic in its responses.
I mean, is that not wild? We think of AI as being so cold and impersonal.
Right.
But apparently, it can come across as more caring and understanding than an actual human doctor.
Yeah, and the researchers were even saying this could be a game changer.
Like, for real.
Yeah, imagine AI handling all the initial patient inquiries, answering those basic questions.
Oh, I'm freeing up doctors to actually, do doctor stuff.
Exactly.
That could be huge for access to care.
Especially in those areas where there aren't enough, doctors to go around.
Right.
But we have to remember, this study was looking at a very specific scenario, online, text-based stuff.
So we're not saying ditch your doctor and just start chatting with bots.
Not just yet.
Okay, good.
The researchers were actually pretty cautious about the potential downsides of AI in healthcare and really stressed that we need way more research before we, go all in.
Yeah, that makes sense. There has to be a catch, right?
Right. And that's where things start to get a little bit, we've got this article from the Washington Post, and they spoke with some doctors who are using AI tools like GPT-4 in their practices.
So real-world applications.
Real world, and it turns out it's not always smooth sailing.
Okay, so what happened? Did the robots take over?
Not quite, but some of the stories they shared were pretty alarming. One doctor was testing an AI chatbot and asked it about treating lip irritation.
Okay.
And guess what recommended?
I don't know. Aloe.
Topical steroids.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like any doctor will tell you, you do not put steroids on your lips.
Yeah, this seems bad.
It's a perfect example of how AI can miss these crucial nuances that human doctors are trained to pick up on. And then another doctor asked ChatGPT about mastitis.
Mastitis.
Which is an infection in breast tissue. It can happen to breastfeeding moms.
Right.
And ChatGPT gave totally wrong treatment recommendations.
Oh, well.
Like, it could have actually made the situation worse.
So it's not ready for prime time yet.
These cases really highlight how AI can be a bit of a loose cannon, especially with these complex medical conditions. And it gets even crazier.
Oh, no. What else?
So the article also talked about this other AI tool called Whisper, and this is supposed to help with medical documentation.
Okay.
But get this, Whisper was actually putting false information into patient records.
Yikes. So my medical record could say I have, like a heart condition.
Exactly, even if you've never had any heart problems.
That's not good.
Not good at all. And that could seriously impact your care.
Yeah. So is AI really as smart as we think it is?
Right. Or is it just a fancy word predictor, just kind of spitting out words?
And sometimes making some pretty serious mistakes.
Mistakes.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to dig into a little deeper next. So stay with us.
We'll be right back.
So, it's interesting to think about AI challenging our idea of what being intelligent actually means.
Yeah, you got this machine crunching through tons of data, spitting out, answers that sound pretty darn human.
Right.
But is it really thinking?
That's the question, isn't it? And the Washington Post article, they quoted an expert who used this phrase I love, slop in healthcare. Slop. Basically, this expert's worried that AI, for all its smarts, might actually be introducing more errors into the system because it doesn't really get the nuances of human health.
Like it's missing something.
Yeah, and those errors, They might seem small at first, a misdiagnosis here, a wrong dosage there.
But they could add up.
They can snowball into something much bigger.
Yeah.
Think about it. A human doctor, they see the whole patient, not just the data points in a file. They take into account, your lifestyle, your family history, your emotional state.
Right.
All these things that AI might miss.
And that human connection, that's got to be important in healthcare.
Absolutely.
Like a chatbot might give you the right diagnosis, but can it really offer, comfort? Reassurance?
Yeah.
Like a listening ear when you're feeling scared or vulnerable?
That's where I think AI still has a lot of work to do. It can mimic empathy, like in the language it uses, but can it really understand human emotion and respond, in the way that a compassionate doctor can? I don't know.
So are we saying AI has no place in healthcare then? I mean, it's got to be good for something, right?
Oh, absolutely. AI is already doing amazing things like analyzing medical images, detecting patterns in data, even developing new treatments.
Yeah, it's got potential.
It's a powerful tool, and it could totally revolutionize healthcare in a lot of positive ways.
Didn't I read somewhere that AI can help diagnose skin cancer now?
Yeah, like with incredible accuracy, it can analyze images of moles and lesions and pick up on things that even the most experienced dermatologists might miss.
Wow.
So, yeah, lots of potential.
But it sounds like we need a balance.
Yeah.
Harness the power of AI, but not lose sight of the human side of healthcare.
Absolutely. We need to figure that out. And
Yeah.
it means having these open and honest conversations about the risks, the benefits, making sure patients are part of the decision-making process.
So they have a choice.
They have a choice. And ensuring that AI is being used ethically and responsibly.
So what can we do as patients to make sure that happens?
Yeah.
Like that AI is being used to benefit us, not harm us.
Well, I think the first step is just being aware. How is AI already being used in healthcare?
Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask your doctor, is AI playing a role in my diagnosis, in my treatment?
Good.
And if you're not comfortable with it, speak up. You have the right to choose how your health data is used.
Right.
It's also super important to stay informed, about the latest developments.
Because it's changing so fast.
Yeah, there's so much information available online, in the media.
Right.
And AI is constantly evolving, so what seems like, science fiction today
Right.
could be commonplace tomorrow. So
Wow.
stay curious, stay engaged, and keep asking questions.
Ask questions. I like that. Okay, so let's get into some specific examples of how AI is being used in healthcare right now.
I think you'll be surprised by what's already happening.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how fast this is all happening. It really makes you wonder what the future holds for AI in healthcare.
Right. Are we going to see a day when AI is the first point of contact for patients?
And then the human doctors only step in for the really tough cases.
Yeah. Or maybe AI becomes more of a partner for doctors, helping them to make better decisions, giving them those insights they might have missed.
Like a second opinion.
Exactly. And I think that's what a lot of experts are hoping for, AI as this tool that augments human intelligence, not replaces it.
Yeah, because medicine is about more than just, data and algorithms. It's about human connection,
Empathy.
trust.
Right.
And those are things that AI, I don't know if it'll ever be able to truly replicate that.
Yeah. And then you have all these ethical questions we really need to think about as AI becomes a bigger part of healthcare.
Like what happens when AI makes a mistake?
Huh.
Who's responsible?
Right, exactly. Or how do we make sure that AI is used fairly and doesn't, make existing health disparities even worse?
Well, there's some tough questions.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're easy answers. But we need to be having these conversations now, before it's too late.
Yeah, before AI is so embedded in healthcare that we can't turn back.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners today? What should they be thinking about as they, enter this brave new world of AI-powered healthcare?
Just stay informed, stay curious, stay engaged.
Ask questions.
Ask questions, do your research, and don't be afraid to, to challenge the status quo.
Your health is important. You have a right to be a part of your own care.
Absolutely. And remember, AI is powerful, but it's still just a tool.
We get to decide how to use it.
Exactly.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into AI in healthcare for today. We covered a lot, the amazing potential of AI, but also, those risks, the ethical challenges. Hopefully this got you thinking. And if you liked what you heard today, don't forget to subscribe to AI Hub for more deep dives into the world of artificial intelligence. We're exploring new frontiers every week, and we'd love for you to join us. Until next time, stay curious.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.